The Pride of Britain Awards are handed out later in London. Ahead of tonight's ceremony, which is on TV later this week, Cheryl Cole's been out to Afghanistan to film a special tribute to frontline troops. Laura Hawkins followed her on her tour of Camp Bastion.
Experiencing a hot and dusty day in Camp Bastion, well, that's not unusual. Seeing the Jackal drive around the camp, that's also not unusual. But witnessing a Geordie pop star behind the wheel, well, that's not a sight you see every day. Yes, Cheryl Cole is here at Camp Bastion, and in the next 48 hours she's got a jam-packed timetable so that she can see as many troops here as possible. The reason for this is that later on she's presenting a very special award. Cheryl's military flight from Brize Norton arrived at 2 a.m. in the morning, and with little sleep and a quick breakfast, she was wasting no time at getting stuck in with the troops. The morning started in a light tank firing a 30mm cannon. She was then introduced to a range of weapons that are used out here in theatre.
I said if I was going to come out of here, I didn't want to just come out and say hi to the troops and, you know, what you're up to. I wanted to experience things for myself. And I said, just give me everything. I'll go full out, and that's exactly what they've done, and that's exactly what I've experienced.
Next up was a trip to the Afghan village where Cheryl took part in a typical Shura. She was then thrown into a mock patrol with 1st Battalion the Rifles.
She seemed really interested and keen. I was talking to her, explaining to her why we're doing certain drills. We showed her the VP360, which of course important drill out on the ground. I was explaining to her why we do it, who goes along on it.
Yeah, everything that we were doing, she was more than happy to do. Climbing the ladders, climbing off a roof, backwards, although she tried it forwards, so we had to tell her to turn around.
Perhaps the most overwhelming and challenging demonstration was a set of battle orders to enter a compound where an insurgent was hiding. After a quick lesson on how to use the rifle and take orders, Cheryl was involved with the operation, including the evacuation of a mock casualty.
I've had the most amazing morning. My eyes have been well and truly opened, and I feel really overwhelmed actually with the things I've learned. I did, I suppose, have expectations of what I thought the army was about or what I thought it involved, but I had no idea, and I know that now from just having experienced the past 4 or 5 hours being here.
The risk of IEDs out in theatre, the highest threat to troops on the ground. So a demonstration on how they're detected was always going to be part of the timetable.
Yeah, Cheryl was in my wagon. We drove up, come across a controlled explosion. She was sat in there while that happened. Got a bit nervous actually when that happened.
Just chat it away as if she was a normal person, but not a celebrity at all. She just happy as you like, answered any questions you threw at her, signed anything we gave her. But yeah, she was really nice, down to earth.
It was a big morale boost for those at Camp Bastion, and an experience that Cheryl feels grateful to be part of.
I've always loved the Pride of Britain Awards. It's always been one of my favourite ceremonies because, you know, you go to music awards and all the gorgeous, glamorous red carpet events, but this one's actually special. There's it's people and it's real life circumstances with real life, what I consider to be heroes. So it's amazing that I'm able to be here and physically give them it whilst here.
So after her action-packed 48 hours, does Cheryl think she's cut out for the military?
There is no way I'm cut out to be anywhere near the military. I'm glad I've had the experience, but I don't think I'll be back soon.
A hectic Camp Bastion experience, but Cheryl's spirit-lifting mission was a successful one. And with such positive reviews about her visit around camp, it's safe to say that she's the new Forces sweetheart. Laura Hawkins, Forces News, Camp Bastion.